Well, the NBA Finals tip-off tonight right here on ABC4, the Warriors and the Celtics. Boston head coach Ime Udoka has led the Celtics to the promised land in just his first year as head coach. But did you know that Udoka got his start at the College of Eastern Utah in Price as a player back in the mid-90s?
He came for a visit, and I don't think he said two words the entire time he was there. And we had him, had dinner and everything, and then all he wanted to do was play.
Guy Beach coached Udoka for 2 years at Eastern Utah, and he could tell he was going to be something special.
As a player, he stuffed the stat sheet, basically. He didn't care if he scored every time. He didn't care if he assisted every time. He played defense, he rebounded, he did a little bit of everything for us.
John Blaine was an assistant for the Golden Eagles.
Ime's a good kid. He wouldn't have a bad word to say about anybody. Was a team player, and you can see that's the reason he's been successful.
Udoka played on that Eastern Utah team with Harold Arsenault and Eddie Gill, who, along with Guy Beach, went on to Weber State, who upset North Carolina in the NCAA tournament. Who knows, if Udoka would have followed them to Ogden, they could have made it to the Final Four.
Could have, definitely could have.
Udoka played 7 years in the NBA before getting into coaching, and after 9 years as an assistant, finally got his big break in Boston.
He ate, slept, drank basketball. He came from Portland to a little dinky town in Price, Utah, and he flourished there. And then it's not surprising that he got into the coaching.
So I had a few call-ups that fell through on the way, so I was very close for a while, and there were ups and downs along the way, and if not for that situation, I was going to kick the door down at some point.
Don't kid yourself. He knows the game, and he'll just tell you the way it is in a polite way. He's not a yeller or a holler. He's just telling you, hey, you got to do this if we're going to win.
Beach says it's Udoka's calm, steady attitude that the Celtics players identify with.
He never got too high, never got too low. In the semifinals of our region tournament, his sophomore year, he hit a 3 at the buzzer to put us into the finals. And everybody's jumping up and down, and he walked over to the bench and put on his sweats and walked over and shook hands and then went back to the hotel. So I think that sums him up in a nutshell.
Calm, cool, and collected. Guy Beach said he was born and raised in Northern California, grew up a Warriors fan, but he is rooting hard for Ime Udoka and the Boston Celtics in this series. Only 8 coaches have ever won an NBA title in their first year. Udoka could be the 9th.
Yeah.
Woo!
Reason for us to cheer for the Celtics now as well.
I had no idea he started here in Utah. I think that's
either.
a cool story. The pride of Price.
Yep.
I'm on board now. Thank you so much, Dana.